welcome back to another vlog. I'm starting off this vlog on a Sunday after. I started planning about 2 hours ago. I have Monday and Tuesday for phonics ready to go. And then I decided to grade some tests, and then I started remaking center labels, so I'll show you what those look like. Okay, so I feel like centers for me every single year has been so trial and error because each group of students is different. And the structure of how centers run has basically changed a lot every single year because of how centers are introduced and how kids react to it. I don't know, it's just a lot of, like I said, it's just a lot of trial and error, and I have to tweak things a lot. Last year, I don't really remember how I introduced centers. My first year of teaching, I just introduced them by table groups, and it just was really basic things like blocks and like shape, and just like basically math manipulatives, just so kids could get the timing of it and the cleaning up of it. This year I'm also doing it like that, which has been working pretty well. However, the way that I display centers and the way that I choose students for each center has not been working too well for various reasons. The first one is that usually for centers I have 2 kids working at each center per rotation, so I would pair them up. So I would pair up students, but sometimes either students would be absent or they would be getting pulled out for certain things, so that would really not work out because some of the centers you have to have a partner to be able to do the center for. I hope that makes sense. And then I didn't really know how to display it. I tried to display it on the smartboard. That was a little too time consuming for my liking, so I am just gonna go back to how I used to do it in the beginning of first grade last year, but displaying it's gonna be a little bit different. I'm gonna display it like you saw in my earlier vlogs from this year. From this year's classroom setup, it's gonna be in a pocket chart, like a calendar pocket chart. I'm still gonna have these labels that you saw, but they are color coded. The ones that you saw on that vlog were just black and white like that. But this time they are gonna be color coded because of how I store my centers. Students will know where it is according to the color. And then instead of having kids put their name on top of the center, I'm gonna use popsicle sticks so they can still see what center they're working on. And it's a lot easier for the students to just put the popsicle stick in. Because I have a lot of students that get pulled out for the first half of my literacy rotation time frame, I'm gonna start doing choice centers. So students will be able to choose what center they work on for each rotation, and I plan on doing 2 to 3 rotations per day. I also made these labels which match these for the actual bins that students will be. That way centers are easy to find. So for example, these are yellow, so the bin is also gonna be yellow. I've had a lot of you ask me where these labels are from or if they're in my TPT, and I have made them myself. They are not on TPT, and I don't think I can put them on TPT just because a lot of the clip art is not my own. And also, if I just put them on TPT, you'd essentially be getting labels for the centers that I have that you may not have, because I cannot put those centers on TPT because they are not mine. But if you were interested in doing something like this for your classroom, it's super easy to do. It's just on PowerPoint. You make shapes, fill in the shape with a color, copy and paste pictures that would match what the center is, and then just label it, and that's it. I will be having a video up pretty soon about how I make labels for my classroom. Super simple, but again, I can't put this on TPT. All right, I'm gonna start laminating now. That was a long ramble. So I really want to get math centers up and going. So far we've only done literacy centers in my classroom, but I really want to start doing like a guided math kind of structure during my math times. So if I'm doing that, I need to have math centers so I can meet with groups. So I'm currently prepping a center. I bought these things in the summer. I saw it on Instagram. If I can find the post where I originally saw it, I'll definitely include it, but if not, I'm sorry. But just letting you know, this is not my idea. I saw it on Instagram. So I bought these lock sets. I have this one and I have another one downstairs, I believe, that's blue. And I also bought these like keychain tags. So right now I'm using the yellow ones because I am using the yellow locks. So I'm gonna be using this a lot for math, maybe even for literacy, but for now I'm just gonna do it for math. Why do my under eyes look so dark in this lighting? So we just wrapped up our number bonds unit. So I still want my kids to practice number bonds, which is why I want to include the centers. So basically what I'm doing is I am putting a number bond in the keychain tag. So the whole number 7, part is 0, what's the other part? And students are gonna have to look for the matching lock. So that would be 7. And I love this idea because it is self-correcting. So if they try to open another lock with a number, if they try to open a different lock with a different number, then obviously it won't let them. So that's the self-correcting part of the center. And now I can't open it. Oh, there we go. See? I will have a recording sheet along with this. To start off, I'm only gonna have the 8 locks. And then depending on how it goes this week, I might add more locks for next time. I think this is such a great activity. In kindergarten, I used to have a center that we bought off of Lakeshore, I believe, that was similar to this, but it was numbers, like counting. So the lock itself was like dots or something like that, and the key was the number of dots. So the kids basically did the same thing. However, I do teach first grade now, so I feel like that's a little too easy for my kids. It'll probably be a really good activity just for the beginning of the school year to practice counting, but at this point we need something a little more challenging. And I love this because you can change whatever you have inside. I will have a link to the locks as well as the keychain tags, I guess, down in the description box below. I actually have them up right now because I was trying to figure out how big the tag holder is, but I couldn't see it. The locks are on Amazon. They're $15.99, but I don't believe I paid that much when I first bought them. Or maybe I did. Okay, that's kind of expensive. But I know that Dollar Tree probably has locks. They're just probably not color coded, but you can always put washi tape as well. The tags themselves, I bought a 40 piece and they were $6, so that's not too bad. I do want to use it for another center for literacy, so maybe having like rhyming words, but for that I think it'd take more prep because, and maybe it can be like blends and digraphs where you put the digraph or blend right here and a matching picture here so you can unlock it. I don't know, the possibilities are endless and I'm really excited about this center. Hopefully it lasts, hopefully we don't lose any keys. They do come with 2 keys, as you can see. So I think I will take off 1 key and then just keep it in a safe space for me to have in case a key does go missing, but they shouldn't go missing because they're attached to this thing. So I'm gonna go back to prepping and listening to Taylor Swift because her new album just dropped on Friday, so I'm all about it. I forgot to say that I am writing on the locks with like a permanent marker, and then I am putting some clear Scotch tape around the lock. Oh, well that sucked. Just like this, so the numbers don't get rubbed off. You can always erase whatever you wrote on. So my plan is when it's time to switch up the activity a little bit, I'm just gonna take the tape off and then erase the number with like an expo marker because expo marker erases permanent marker. I do think that numbers would rub off pretty easily otherwise, so I'm putting tape on it. Okay, so I really don't know how long it's been since I started doing this, but this took quite a while for the Cricut to cut the letters and then to put them all in each, and then put each word in the plates. So I'm gonna be using these for number bonds. I saw this on Instagram. If I can find the original post. I know I took a screenshot, but I didn't take a screenshot of the username, so that sucks. I'll link it down below, but yeah. I think she had it this way though, like part whole, but I like how this looks better, and I think this makes sense for my students more because the number bonds that we do are like circle, 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 so that's why I made it this way. but I have 9 of these. I bought these plates from Target over the weekend, and they are like 59 cents each, so that's a really good deal for this. So I have 9. My plan is to have 2 plates in a center, and then the others 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the other 7 will be in a small group, so 1 for me and then for 6 students I'll be working with. So yeah, the font is a BB font. I'm not really sure what it is. If I remember, I'll link it down below, but if I don't, it's just a BB font from Miss Fifth. Those are my favorite fonts. The plates do come in different colors. They have these ones that I have right here. They also have a really pretty lavender one and a green, and then like a darker green, almost like this green. At my Target, they only had 1 lavender one left. Otherwise, I would have gotten some instead of this one, but this will do. Hi guys, so it is the end of the school day on Monday. I'm gonna be heading out pretty soon when I clean up. Today was such a good day, so I am loving having everything prepped and ready to go on Sundays because it makes everything so easy and everything just flows so smoothly. And obviously that's no surprise. The more prepared you are, the easier it should be, right? But it feels so good to just do it all, you know? I introduced the centers that I was working on yesterday and the kids love them. I also introduced other math centers that we have in the classroom. Like I said, I want to get math centers up and going so I can start like guided math and interventions during that time. One thing that I did realize after having that 1 rotation of math is that I do need more locks for that center because kids just kind of like kids just kind of breeze by it. So I do have another pack like I mentioned yesterday, so I'll probably add those later sometime this week, or maybe just do it next week because I do want students to get a chance to work with those. My part whole center, sorry, it got really dark, worked out really well. So let me show you kind of what I had them doing. Also, how cute is this? I found it on Etsy, so it holds like my ID and doorbell. Okay, so here's the number locks. This is where I keep my centers, in case you didn't know. I'll have these bins linked down below. I got them from Amazon. They're just iris boxes. But here is the part whole centers. So what students will do is they'll get their plate. They'll pick out a number card. So if this is number 6, I have numbers 2 through 10 because those are number bonds that we learned. So they'll put it in here. And then I also have mini erasers. The only mini erasers I could find were polar bears. So not totally like theme appropriate, but that's fine. I think I have some Apple ones at home, but I have some Apple ones at home from kindergarten crate, but I'll just keep using the polar bears. So what they'll do is they have the number 6 and then they have to create the parts for the whole, and then they record it in this recording sheet. If you want this recording sheet, I can definitely put it up as a freebie on TPT. And once they record it on their paper, they also take a picture of it to post on their Seesaw account, so parents can see and I can also see if they were doing it right or not. So that was a huge hit. So I'm actually gonna take up, I'm just gonna have 2. I have 4 plates right there for now, but they only need 2. So yeah, I also want to show you how I have my anchor charts now. I changed it up a little bit. So I have this curtain rod that used to be on there, but because I couldn't drill on that side, it just kept falling off, and I just have a tension rod. But I put it on here instead, and now I just have them hanging with binder rings, and this is just so nice because kids can just flip through the anchor charts if they need it. I kind of want to add another anchor chart station, I don't know what to call it, somewhere in that wall because it's kind of bare, and I feel like the more access kids have to the anchor charts that we make, the better it's going to be for them. And okay, so now I'm going to go. I need to clean up. I need to get out of here so I can make it to the gym on time and I can get home on time to make dinner. Hi. So you may think that these glasses are real, and I do use contacts and glasses, but these are fake glasses. So So I have a student that wears glasses and doesn't really like to wear their glasses too much. So I told them that if they wore the glasses, I would wear mine. But I prefer wearing fake glasses than real glasses because they're always just like sliding down, and if they slide down I can't see. So now if I have my fake glasses and my contacts, then I can still see either way, and I can take them off and I'll be able to see, take breaks. I don't know. So I ordered these off of Amazon, and that student helped me pick them out. That student actually picked them out, and I ordered them. They're like $7. So I'm just gonna keep these in my classroom for whenever that student's like, hey, you forgot your glasses. I have them in the classroom. I wanted to show you something that we're doing for sight words that my kids seem to be enjoying a lot. I tried this last year. That group just didn't like singing as much as this group does. So for sight words of the week, I'll make this slide, and this just goes to the tune of Old MacDonald. Oh no, not Old MacDonald. B-I-N-G-O. So it's like, there was a sight word that we're learning, and say was the sight word. S-A-Y, 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 and say was your sight word. So that's how we're doing a little bit of a sight word practice. This is not like all and done, but this is part of it, and the kids really enjoy it. They like when I change the pace of the song, like when I go faster or slower, and it's just a fun way. I also bought this off of Amazon. I actually have like a mini set of this that I bought at the Target dollar spot maybe last year, and it came with a few cards, but in a few pieces. And my students really like it. I have the little one as part of a early finisher bin, but I wanted to have this one as one of my free choice bins. So I bought it off of Amazon. I'll have a link down below. All right, so it's after school. It's a Thursday. We don't have school tomorrow, but we do have a teacher in service. Today felt really busy, but was good. We wrapped up our science unit for living and non-living things. Kids got to take their little bean sprout home, which they were really excited about because it grew quite a bit. So it's also really nice to just have that window all cleared up and not have just Ziploc bags on it. We don't have school tomorrow, but we do have an in-service, and it should be pretty short, I think. And then we don't have school on Monday, and then on Friday I'm not coming because I'm going out of town, so I have to do lesson plans for that, sub-plans, which I'm going to work on probably when I go home today. I just can't believe it's the 21st day of school. Like, we've been in school for 21 days already. It's crazy because time's flying by. So I don't know about you guys, but we have awards assemblies every month. We focus on a character trait. We focus on one character trait every month, and we pick 2 students for that character trait. And then we can also give out 2 additional awards for academics or behavior or anything like that. So last year, my system was not the best. I would just write the names on a sticky note, turn it into the office, and then I would just message the parents. But then that worked fine, but then I would forget like what students had already gotten an award, which ones hadn't. So this year I decided to do something different. So I have this manila folder, and it just says first grade assembly names, because we do have to turn in the names before, like 4 days before the assembly. If you look inside, it would look like this. I'm not going to show you the top because I already have names on there, but I have mapped out all the character traits that we're doing for them for those months, and then I have just like space to write the names. So my plan is to just write them down there, turn them into the front office, and then the front office will put this in my box once they're done with it, and then that way I can kind of know like what students have already gotten an award and which ones haven't. So I did that, and I ended up doing it for quite a few teachers. The kinder teacher, just in case she wanted to use it. I ended up doing it for the new teachers to our school, just in case they wanted to use it, because I know that's what I would have liked as a new teacher, but I told them like no pressure, they don't have to use it. So by now I've pretty much done it for all teachers except 2, so I'm gonna go ahead and make those for them as well. I just think this is gonna keep me organized, and I don't know, hopefully it works out. I finally have my math bulletin board up because we actually have concepts and stuff that we're learning about, so I'm going to show you. So this is what it looks like. So we've been learning about number bonds and addition within 10. So I have my 120 chart, which I'm going to keep there. I'll link down below, but it does not come this big. It's just like a paper size, but I did print it up as a poster with Adobe Flash Player, or with the Adobe PDF reader. These words are from Jillian Starr, I believe. Like I said, I'll have it linked down below. And then I have this anchor chart of a number bond song that we sang when we first started, and we didn't have our other number bond song. So just a reminder. And then these are the words that I have up because these are the concepts that we're currently working with. And I am still loving this thing. Like I said in other vlogs, I bought this at a local teacher supply store. These are in my TPT store, and so are my rules. My rules are a freebie and they are not editable, but that's why they're a freebie, so you can just see if they work for you or not. Something else that I did differently today is having a visual of how many golden tickets students can earn for doing those tasks. So let me show you. So I wanted students to be responsible for these golden tickets throughout the day, so they can earn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 golden tickets. Just for doing what they're supposed to throughout the day. So they get 1. Also, I made this sometime last year. I can definitely have it as a freebie on TPT. If you want it, let me know in the comments below. All I do is I have Velcro dots and then I just change the numbers. So my students can get a golden ticket for being here. So that's a golden meeting. That's the morning meeting ticket. 2 tickets for their writing journals if they did a good job. So that means they had good handwriting, they had a good picture, and they took a picture of it for their portfolio. For phonemic awareness, we are currently using this in addition to our phonics curriculum, which I really enjoy this. It's super fast and I think it's really, it really does make an impact. So I love this. So they're participating because we do a lot of hand motions and they have to repeat certain things. If they are doing so, they get a golden ticket. I have plenty of opportunities for my students to earn extra tickets. So they're being kind to each other, helping each other, doing what they're supposed to. Then I always give tickets. Or if they're participating during lessons or they're trying, you know, the list just goes on and on, but those are guaranteed tickets. Okay, so I'm gonna clean up a little bit and then I'm gonna go home and work on sub-plans. Okay, so I'm actually gonna end off the vlog there. I'm not really sure how this vlog is gonna turn out, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you did, please give this video a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.